and he decided he wanted to see people on the best day of their day. Do I have stuff in my nose?
You know she's crazy.
Hello and welcome. I'm Neryl Diamond, the Massaging Geek. I have to admit, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. Today is a little bit of a ramble, and most of my friends say that they love it when I ramble. You tell me if you like it or not. I figured I would talk about stuff that is innately me, just to give you a little bit of backstory about who I am. Obviously, there's the massaging part and the geek part, and the massaging has been going on for over 10 years now. The geek part has been since I was 3 years old and watched Return of the Jedi in the theater and remember seeing the green puppet just walking across the screen. Sorry for all the times the camera might shake. One of the things that is innately me, it's kind of difficult to talk about because I don't know how much to open up about it. I was in a toxic marriage for over 10 years, and when it ended, the world fell out from underneath me, and I had two choices. I could either go back to school, which that was obvious one way or another. I was going to go back to school.
Of course.
But I could do one of two things. I could either be a graphic designer, because I was a caricature artist at a theme park as a teenager, and I absolutely loved it. And I've been drawing since I was in kindergarten. Granted, that was mostly rainbows and houses, and I've gotten a lot better maybe since then. I've gotten slightly better since then. But I could either become a graphic designer or I could become a massage therapist. And part of the reason why I started going towards massage was because I had this friend who was a gamer. He was a lawyer, and he said that he kept seeing people on the worst days of their lives because obviously they're going to trial, whether it's a civil case or I think they were all civil cases, but either way, it's the worst day of your life. Nobody likes going to trial. I hear not even the lawyers like going to trial. He was seeing people on the worst days of their lives. He decided that he wanted to see people on the best days of their lives instead. So he went back to college, got a doctorate in chemistry, and became a patent lawyer, which is a very different thing, obviously. And now he sees people on the best days of their lives, and it's made his life so much better. I met him, I'd known him for years because we'd run together, but he finally became friends with me and told me this story right around the time that I needed it. So while I'm hearing this, I'm like, you know what? Graphic design has competition. You got somebody breathing down your throat, telling you what to do. You've got deadlines, all of this stuff. I don't think I want to deal with being a graphic designer. I think I'd rather see people on the best day of their week, if not their month, if not their year. Please get massaged more than once a year. But you see, my point was that I wanted to see people when they wanted to see me, not somebody coming into my office and yelling at me because I drew the giraffe's head wrong again. Not true story, but kind of interesting that popped in there. Yeah, when the world dropped out from underneath me and I went back to school, I chose massage. I found out something about myself through being a massage therapist. I had a woman on my table who kind of enlightened me in a way that I didn't expect. She says that she herself, nothing. But her friends around her, she seems to attract empathic people or highly sensitive people, depending on your terminology. She prefers them being called highly sensitive instead of just empathic because she considers it more legitimate. I don't know.
And I don't know if it was a legit compliment.
I like to call it psychic twinkle or shining. The fact that both of those terms came from Stephen King makes me a little bit question my sanity a little bit, honestly. I like reading Stephen King, The Shining. I can't say it's one of my favorite books, but it is a book that I'm drawn to. The Stand, I have read and seen more times than I'd care to admit, and I don't know why. And the term psychic twinkle came from the demon of that show. So what does that say about me? I don't know. But anyway, this woman who became my friend afterward, she says that she felt like I had a psychic twinkle about me, and I contacted other people that I felt a kinship to, and I didn't know why I felt a kinship to them, and they said, yeah, you are empathic or something. And I'm like, why didn't you tell me? They're like, we thought you knew. I'm like, no, I didn't know. Thanks for the heads up. I appreciate it. How was I supposed to know? I just knew that there were people that I thought I was making it all up. I used to write stories when I was bored at home. So I thought the whole thing was just me making stuff up. There were some things that were real, like the demon in my bedroom when I was about 13 years old. That was real. Going to a friend's house and a demon locking me in a room with it, that was real. Feeling the ghost of a dog, that was real. That was cool. That was a sweet dog. Anyway, but that's the empath part of me. I don't know how much of that I'm willing to talk about to, random people that I don't know. If you want to know more about it, feel free to, again, let me know. This is a conversation. The only problem is that right now I'm talking at you, so now you have to talk at me in the comments. Yeah, so I went to massage school. That was a treat. I'm probably going to do a whole video talking about massage school. I went to massage school, met a couple of interesting people, had a lot of drama, and then after that, got turned down by Massage Envy.
They what?
If you know anything about Massage Envy, they hire everybody. Except me. I didn't get hired. I didn't get hired the first time. What the hell? Then again, it was a terrible interview. He was on his phone for a lot of the massage. He wouldn't let me play music. So obviously every move I make is accentuated with the sound. So yeah, it was just a bad overall interview and I didn't get the job, which I'm actually happy about. And that's a story that I want to tell later on. Some stories about some drama that happened in massage spas. Yeah, that one's gonna be a thing. The first place that I worked was this woman who was opening up what she called a spa lounge, and she was a nail tech herself, and she'd rented out this place that used to be a physical therapy office in a not so great part of town. It turns out that particular office where there was physical therapy was not physical therapy. It was endings that have a happier side to them, if you get my drift.
What are you implying?
That kind of came back to bite us in the butt, because then we got a bunch of people that would come in and that's what they were looking for, and we weren't doing that. So yeah. Also, she was doing Groupon and didn't understand how to do Groupon and make a profit and be able to pay your massage therapist at the same time. That's another thing that I want to talk about. Like, there are ways of doing Groupon where you actually make a profit. So that kind of fell through. The next job that I had was for a chiropractor. He's absolutely the worst chiropractor I've ever known, and he is one that I'm going to talk about because there was so much crap working for him. In summary, he had 5 girlfriends. None of the 5 girlfriends knew about one another. He would take the money. He got paid by the insurance companies on Friday. He would take the money, take the 5 girlfriends out, whichever girlfriend he wanted to for the day or whatever hour of the day that he was doing it. He would take out the 5 girlfriends, and then on Monday, he'd come in and say, "Oh, sorry, I can't pay you," even though Monday was our payday. So yeah, he was a little bit of a jerk. And there's a lot more to that, like sexual harassment lawsuits and tax fraud, and I can't even go into it all right now. But I worked on and off in his office, not for him. I was an independent contractor, so I didn't work for him, but I worked in his office. Eventually, there was a Massage Envy that was opening up in a town near where I lived, so I went and applied, and that was my first spa job. Yeah, spas take it out of you. Spas are hard. I was doing 7 massages a day. Most of them were deep tissue. Luckily there were hydraulic tables, so that helped some. Yeah, I worked for spas for 8 or so years, various different spas, depending on where I lived. I moved for a boy, and then the boy became my fiance. So the move actually worked out fairly well, at least so far. Knock on wood. Please don't leave me. Well, the problem is that massage takes it out of you. A lot. And I've gotten to where joints hurt, muscles hurt, body hurts. And I was trying to figure out a way to do something other than just massage, because all massage therapists have a clock. We all have a time that's going to run out, and I can feel that mine is starting to run out.
My biological clock is ticking like this.
Which is why I'm talking to a camera. I wanted to tell some massage stories because I have so many clients that come to me just for the stories. They come because I'm a distraction from the real world. And I kind of take that as a compliment. Kind of pride myself on that a little bit. I'm also an artist, so I figured that I would draw, and I like stickers, so I make stickers. And I have a couple of sticker shops on Etsy that are going to be transferring to my own sticker shop online. And I decided to mix together massage with stickers and my geekiness, which is where I led to Massaging Geek. I'm hoping to make this as much of a full-time gig as I can, but that's also depending on you guys and guiding me which way I'm supposed to go, which way you want me to go. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe. I post videos, I'm hoping once every week, but sometimes it might, life gets in the way. If you want to hear some interactions that I've had with doctors through my clients, then feel free to check out this video. Otherwise, remember to drink water. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.